What up, everybody? Everybody, what's up, everybody? What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the What's Up, Everybody podcast here with my co-host, Sweet Teeness in the house. How's you doing, man?
Good, man. Back at it. Another episode. Episode 54 coming up.
I swear, every time I look at you, you look more and more like Aquaman than the day before.
That's the whole goal in life.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Heading in the right direction.
Now, why is that? Why is that your goal? Is to look like...
Why wouldn't you?
I know.
Why wouldn't that be your goal?
So I feel like my goal is to look more like Paul Walker, because they just have that look, and you definitely have the Aquaman look for sure.
Yeah.
The beard, the hair, grow it out just a little bit more. I think you're there. Slash like The Rock, like body wise.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I would say like I'm a little above The Rock body wise, but
yeah, a little bit above.
Hair I'm trying to catch.
Yeah.
I got to spend more time in the ocean.
Oh
get the
yeah,
minerals.
dude, you got to catch that ocean vibe. You know what I mean? The ocean powers.
Yeah.
Got that new Aquaman coming out, Lost Kingdom. Supposed to be pretty legit. But anyway,
I didn't see the first one.
What?
So.
Tell me you just didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
You have not seen the first one.
Aquaman is just not like a cool guy to me, you know? I mean, Jason Momoa is a cool guy.
Yeah.
Because he looks cool.
I feel like you have to watch it now. You have to go see
is
it.
like, nah.
You got to see it, Tony.
No.
You have to see it, dude. It's part of the DC universe, man.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Who gets excited about the DC universe?
True.
Aside from the, I didn't even see the newest Batman.
I mean, I heard it was like I went to see it, but I feel like the Justice League Batman, Ben Affleck Batman was just
no
after
one's
him,
ever gonna beat the Christian Bale Batman.
Oh no. Now the Ben Affleck Batman, fight wise, combat wise, way better. Just go back and watch his fight scene when he saves Martha, Superman's mom. The best. Like all the other Batmans leading up to him were real stiff. You know what I mean? Like couldn't even look, try to fight. You know what I mean? This dude was fast, just fast, and just crushing everybody. Go back and watch that fight scene. You will love it. He's the best combative Batman out of all of them.
Okay, well, you know, if
and
it
this
was
new
based
guy,
off of one fight scene only, then
no,
maybe. But
it's
I'm
not
talking
just
about
one
entire
fight scene.
movies.
Yeah,
Christian Bale Batman's were
Christian
the best
Bale
movies.
was good. It was good, right?
The best,
but it's
not just good.
But this
you
Batman,
don't see
the Ben Affleck Batman
in the top 5 movies of all time.
The
bro.
Ben Affleck Batman, though, he actually has something that changes his voice. He's not just going, hey. And it's like, okay, how can you not tell that's Bruce Wayne? That's Bruce Wayne in the other Batmans.
Nah, dude.
Bro,
this is my normal voice.
Hey, and if I was like this, you would never know that this was Sweet Tea.
I would absolutely know it was you.
No, dude.
Absolutely.
What if his voice box got broken?
But it wasn't broken.
But what if it did get broken?
What do you mean?
If his voice changer got broken in a fight, then he would just not
He
talk.
would just not talk, I guess.
Forever?
I guess. I mean, the technology, he's a billionaire, so, I mean, it's got to work.
Yeah, but he can't stop mid-fight because his voice box got broken.
No, but
at least Christian Bale always had a failsafe. It's analog. No EMP.
What if he gets
voice.
chopped in the throat and he can't use his voice? See?
Then doesn't
Same
matter
thing.
either way.
Well, he doesn't. It's the same thing with his voice box not breaking or breaking.
EMP done.
No.
Yeah,
no,
everybody's
dude.
gonna immediately know who it is.
Dude, why would he EMP Batman? Why would you EMP?
That's
Plus,
arguably the best way to beat Batman is to EMP him.
But Batman would know that would happen because he's just that.
No
much
one's
of a
ever
G.
EMP'd him.
Exactly, because he's Batman.
What do you mean? You EMP?
Well, okay.
All
in
systems
a real
down.
situation, Tony, you would think of that.
His eyes don't work.
But in
he
the
can't
DC
remote
universe,
into anybody. It's literally just hand to hand. Then,
dude, Batman.
And then Bane
I'm
beats
telling
him 9 times out of 10 hand to hand combat.
Exactly. The Bane beat the Christian Bale Batman. It's like, what kind of fight scene was that? It was the dumbest fight scene ever.
It was
you go
real.
back and look at the
It's
Ben
more
Affleck
realistic.
Batman. No, dude, this was like way sicker. Go back. You have to watch it. Dude.
They had to make the Ben Affleck
Tony?
Batman sicker because he's fighting
Tony?
Superman.
I'm gonna fight you right now. You may throw me around, but I feel like the Ben Affleck was just better. That's just my opinion. Okay, you have your opinion.
You think
guys,
the Ben
type in the
Affleck movies are better? That's what you're saying.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say the movies were better. I'm saying
said
he
the
was a
movies
better
were better.
Batman.
So we're making two totally different arguments here.
Okay, I concur.
I
agree.
said the movies were better.
The movies were legit.
They didn't even make a Ben Affleck Batman movie, did they?
True.
That's how bad he was. They're like, this dude's so bad, we can't make a single movie around him. So let's get a better
Type in the
Batman.
comments down below
And let's get
who you
Robert
think the
Pattinson.
best Batman is, okay? Wait, who was the first Batman? What was his name? The guy that played Beetlejuice. He was awesome. I thought he was great. It was dark. It was great.
Michael Keaton.
Jack Nicholson was a legit Joker, quality Batman. The next 5, terrible.
Who were the next 5?
Oh my gosh, you had what's his name that played in Tombstone? Remember he played Doc Holliday. What was his name?
Oh, Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer was one, terrible. He who was it? Jim Carrey was in it. You had
I thought which one was the George Clooney one?
George Clooney.
I thought George
and
Clooney
they had Robin.
was in.
Yeah, George Clooney was in one as well. He was in the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger played Mr. Freeze.
And Bane.
Oh yeah, and Bane. It was just stupid. Who played Poison Ivy? The girl that plays in Kill Bill. Yep. Man, you just know the names, Tony. I know what new movies they're in. You just know their actual names.
Mm-hmm, we're team.
But Christian Bale, 100% great.
So you just changed.
I just burped, dude. I just burped.
I didn't know who you were for a second.
You didn't know who I was?
No, because your voice changed.
Man, I think you're
and
right
I could
on
never
that. Maybe
EMP
you're right.
it.
And maybe if I walked around with just sunglasses, nobody would know who I was.
Yeah. No.
I feel like in the DC universe, everybody's just dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not
freaking Clark Kent didn't even
Like,
wear
bro,
sunglasses.
That's definitely Bruce Wayne. Let me just put some sunglasses on. Oh, what? Who was that comedian guy who did that? He made a spoof of it. He was hilarious. Bald guy. Oh my gosh. I'm Batman. Oh gosh, I forgot his name. Anyway, He was great. He also did some stuff with Street Fighter. He was like X-Men. He was like firing the X-Men. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, okay. I gotta send you that too. I gotta send it to you. Hilarious. Anyway.
But yeah, Christian Bale's best.
And then now you got Cedric Diggory as Batman.
Yeah, dude.
Edward Cullen is Batman now.
So random.
Right? Like, why would you ever think that he would
play? I didn't
play
even see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
Everybody's like, oh my God. I mean, I feel like as a movie it was good, but as a good Batman, I thought he had some rage in him. He had some rage. He was pretty ferocious. He was beating the crap out of some dudes for sure. It was more about his detective work earlier on Batman, you know?
Why can't they not just bring all 3 of those guys together and
bring them all
pick
together?
One person to be a Batman that does all of it? Why they have to make 3 separate?
I don't know. Why so many Batmans? Same thing with Spider-Man. I know it's now realize it's different universes, but it's like.
But aren't they back to Andrew Garfield now?
That's what I'm hearing. I heard Sony's got Spider-Man back. Holland is not in it. It's going back to Garfield. It's like. He was the worst Spider-Man of all 3.
You think so? You think he's worse than Tobey Maguire?
I feel like he was the better Peter Parker out of all of them, but not the best Spider-Man.
Well, that's pretty lame.
Yeah, I know.
He's the best nerd.
I know. He was the nerdiest Peter Parker.
Yeah, I feel like Tom Holland doesn't really fit Spider-Man at all.
I know. He was like super short. And he's like a kid. He's like the
still
teenager
wasn't nerdy enough. Yeah, he was just like a kid he wasn't really like a good nerdy Peter Parker, and he wasn't like a super combative.
No, he was getting worked by the Green Goblin when from the other Spider-Man's world. What's his name?
Yeah,
Toby. No,
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
like he crushed him. Like he was the weaker Spider-Man because I guess he was just so young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but he was getting worked by him.
Mm-hmm.
And Tobey Maguire.
Maguire.
Mm-hmm. Tobey Maguire Spider-Man just crushed him. Like it was easy. I don't know.
He's used to him,
I guess.
So who's your favorite Spider-Man?
My favorite, like, actual Spider-Man who actually, I figure, like, moved like a spider, swung through the city like a spider. I like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I liked him. Even though he was the weaker one. I know, but when they were all sitting there comparing each other's works, he just like, well, I didn't have anybody from space. I didn't have anybody from, you know what I mean? He just had like the lamer villains, I guess, at the time. But I feel like just his movement and stuff through the city.
He had Lizard and who else?
Yeah.
Shock.
Yeah.
Shock guy.
Those were pretty cool movies. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Those were pretty good.
Remember I had a crush on Emma Stone for like a full week?
Tony did, man. You have those random crushes.
Yeah. You had movie crushes where you kind of feel like a connection.
You know who? Like
Fifth Element.
Yeah, man. I had such.
What's her name? Like Mila Jovovich.
I was in love with her. I was in love with her. What's her name?
I think it was like Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, she's in like all the Resident Evils.
Yeah, all
like that's the only movie you ever see her in.
She was just in Monster Hunter. I think it was called.
Monster Hunter.
Which wasn't bad. It's got Tony Jaa in it. He doesn't do very Tony Jaa-y stuff in it, but he was in it.
Yeah, he was. I didn't see that movie.
Yeah.
You checked it out?
Yeah, I saw it on the flight back from Vegas.
Okay.
National Fight Week.
Yeah, I was in love with her for some reason. Like after watching that movie, I was just like, I couldn't get that feeling out of my first movie crush.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had a movie crush after her as well.
Who?
Zorro. What's her face?
Oh yeah, dude, Catherine Zeta-Jones.
How?
You can't.
Tony knows everybody's name.
She's spicy.
She is.
She was definitely spicy in Zorro.
Oh my gosh, and she could fight with a
this
sword.
Spicy spice. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but
I ain't
she was
seen her in a while,
second movie crush. She played. Did you ever see the movie Red with Bruce Willis? Quality movie. He's really good. She was in the second movie, but yeah. She was. I mean, yeah. It was my very first one was definitely Fifth Element. That chick, and second, I think, and only was her. But I remember another one of yours.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm. Fleur Delacour.
Fleur Delacour.
I don't even know why, dude.
She was just it.
I'm not even like a huge Harry Potter fan.
But after watching
I
that
just
movie,
made eye contact with her in the theater. She looked at me.
She looked at you.
She saw my innards. I saw her. And we just connected.
My innards.
Right off the bat for a week.
You're
Connected.
just like, man, I'm in love with this chick.
Remember the whole time we were in California and we saw Spider-Man, I was hoping that I would like see Emma Stone on like Rodeo Drive. And we would come together and be like,
just happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. Never happened.
No,
we did see Jamie King though on Rodeo Drive.
We did. I remember that. She
Pointed
was
her out at
walking right next to
Starbucks.
us. Yeah.
We were standing behind her in a Starbucks. Jamie King is that one of the white girls that plays in White Chicks. That's not one of the Wayans bros. She was like one of the rival white girls.
Yeah. Oh wait, didn't she play in Joe Dirt? Not her. The other one.
The other one did.
The other
one played in Joe Dirt.
How do you remember these names, Tony? Tony remembers everybody's names. You're just like, that's just your superpower. I figure.
Mm-hmm.
You're a superpower. Number one, I think if your superpower is kicking people in the face. Is your foot okay? It's still swollen, by the way.
Yeah, I think I broke it.
Tony randomly has these urges to go do sparring class just once in a blue moon.
Mm-hmm.
And every time he does, he's kicking or breaking somebody's nose, spin back kicking somebody's ribs, snap kicking somebody's face into two. It's all a complete accident, but I figure when you're...
Once I get these big limbs moving, you know, in inertia mixed with spherical velocity, I just can't really control.
Yeah.
I try to, pull back, but I feel like Gohan, when he gets mad, loses control. Pre-Great Saiyaman, we don't talk about him.
Yeah. Can't.
Thanks a lot, Chi-Chi.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well, this new movie coming out with Gohan in it, he goes to the next level. Him and Piccolo finally get an upgrade. Finally, after 27 years or something.
Crazy, man. It was just a pitiful arc for Gohan. Gohan.
He always had this secret power inside.
Always. He was always like oh no, you don't want to get him mad.
It first came out. I forgot which movie it was. It was just like, he was like 3. It was one of the movies. And then you see him when he fights Raditz.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes out.
That's where I really remember him going nut with the headbutt.
Yeah.
And
then the whole Cell Saga.
Mm-hmm. Well, Cell Saga was the most epic.
Yeah.
Probably transformation of all time.
The birds chirping, remember?
Mm-hmm. He had just murdered like 3 of his friends.
Yeah.
And the whole
Oh, they were androids too. He just stepped on the android's head.
Yeah, Android 16.
And Goku, who's never done this before in his life, just gave up and was like, look, I can't beat you, but my son can beat you. And everybody's like, what? And then he just goes Super Saiyan 2.
And just destroys Cell in like 2
And
seconds.
then now 17 Super Saiyans later.
He finally gets to go.
Yeah, finally goes hard. No, what was that one where he goes like Majestic? It was Majestic go on, right? When he picks up the sword and he does the sword of destiny or whatever. He like trains with it.
I don't know, dude. Now you're getting into the Dragon Ball GT era.
No, that wasn't GT. That was Buu Saga. He goes to planet. He goes to one of the Kai's planets, like remember?
Yeah.
And he pulls that sword out and it breaks, and that guy comes out of it.
Yeah, dude. What guy comes out of it again?
He was another
Kai.
Kai.
The Supreme Kai.
Supreme Kai is like a Supreme Kai.
The old one.
Yeah, and he's in Dragon Ball Super too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You never watched Dragon Ball Super, did you?
Yeah, I did. Does this new movie have anything to do with that?
I don't think so. But I think it's
post tournament.
So you have another movie with Brawly in it. New Brawly, brand new storyline, brand new Brawly. People saying they like the other Brawly better, but I like this one because him and Goku are kind of like buds now, kind of after fighting each other.
It just ruins Brawly. You know what I mean?
I know, dude. Kakarot.
Speaking of transformations, so we got a little anime tangent there.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
But back to superheroes, dude. You know who I was super unimpressed with and really let down by? You know who?
Hold up. DC, Marvel.
Real bummer.
Hulk.
Incredible freaking Hulk. I
Yeah,
saw
man.
a meme the other day and it was like just the disintegration or the whatever, the degradation of Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, terrible.
From
Avengers 1 to that?
Really from Michael is it Michael Norton? Edward Norton.
Yeah.
Really from his in Brazil when he was just jacked and veiny and he fought the Abomination down to just a scientist in the freaking lab.
Because I remember at the end of that movie, Tony Stark comes in and like says something, but it was supposed to be that, but I don't know, he was just shredded in that one, just like, you know what I mean? And then he goes to getting smoked by Thanos.
Yeah.
Combat. That
They
fight
had
pretty legit,
that
though.
Abomination in Shang-Chi.
And now they're coming out with She-Hulk, which is like,
I heard as a bust.
Come on,
100%.
it's not out.
CGI.
Is it out yet?
No, but
Okay.
I heard it's like pretty rough.
I mean, I figured before they come out with She-Hulk, they got to do the Hulk right. They need to come out with a movie. What is it? Was it the Earth Crusher Hulk? What was it called? Earthbreaker Hulk or something like that, where he just goes ham and literally just demolishes everybody in the dang world. It's crazy. Like every
We don't want
superhero.
that, bro.
Like, how could you do that to him? In the end game, he was literally the weakest guy
Non-existent.
there.
It was such a bummer.
You didn't even see him fight.
No.
Who did you see him fight?
Yeah, no. He
With
was
that
just a
weak
real-
arm from doing the snap.
What a ding dong.
Yeah, dude, what an idiot. They got to come out with a movie where he's just one of the strongest things ever. I feel like just punch the earth and just blow it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we don't want to do that, but
No, I mean the Marvel Universe you can, just not this one.
yeah.
They did him wrong. And you were always a huge Hulk fan.
I still am. He's my guy.
Yeah. Comics?
I
Just the
don't,
comics Hulk?
no, just Incredible Hulk in general. Just the idea behind him that,
Yeah.
the madder he gets, the stronger he gets, and he just actually transforms. I'm a big transformation guy.
Yeah.
I love to see transformations. Like I can binge werewolf transformations.
Oh, I love it. I love werewolf transformations.
Seeing different morphations.
Did you ever watch that Netflix show and it's all about these short films?
Oh, you're
You know what I'm
talking
talking
about like Love, Aliens, and Robots or something like that?
Have you watched any of those?
No.
There was one on there.
Mad confusing. I was
Dude.
not sure.
Super cool. check it out.
what the heck was going on. It was
yeah,
like back
there
in
was
the day
just different. It's
when Robot
like, it's like,
Chicken would come out. Or
I feel
whatever it
like
was
different
called.
people from all over just created different short films for it. And one of them were these military guys, and two of the guys they used these werewolves for their military, and they were freaking awesome. Like,
But it's all like cartoon, isn't it? It's
it was
all
animated. It was animated, but it was a really cool.
I love to see real transformations.
Did you ever watch? Was it Silver Bullet?
I think so.
I think, yeah, that was a good one. American Werewolf in Paris, great.
American Werewolf in London.
That was nuts.
That was
because it was slow mo. Basically,
intense
took its time.
transformations ever.
Yeah, it took its time.
Yeah, dude, really just hear the bones crackling.
The body, the limbs stretching out, the fingers.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Van Helsing was a big werewolf one, but it was just too fast of a transformation.
Yeah, he just ripped his skin off. 100% CGI.
Yeah. There hasn't been a whole lot of other werewolf movies that have come out recently.
Other than freaking with the vampire chick.
Vampire chick?
Yeah, dude, they made like 3 of them.
Oh,
they just like can transform.
Likings,
Likings.
Underworld.
Yeah.
Underworld. That was still like mid 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know of any like new solid transformation
There hasn't
werewolf
been
stuff.
Yeah, and those got kind of weird too later on.
I feel like once you go past 2
Yeah,
of something,
just be done with it.
you really kind of start to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, and they did.
3 is like the most you can do. You know,
the first 2 was awesome because it was kind of like a vampire / Matrix vibe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Wearing the all black, just jumping off the buildings like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
And I thought it was going to be cool whenever they finally introduced, the new hybrid and stuff. But he was just super overpowered, and he was just a guy that turned dark purple with like both kind of faces. There was nothing like cool about him, really.
Yeah, there wasn't. He's just ripping jaws off of werewolves.
Yeah, that was like his go-to move.
Yeah,
MacGruber, throat ripping.
MacGruber.
Just ripping
Dude,
throats.
If y'all have not seen MacGruber, probably one of the best movies ever made.
Hilarious. Super inappropriate. Definitely not a family film, but it's funny.
Yeah. If you're along the line.
It's dumb funny.
It's
like
funny.
Stupid. Not really a good movie, but
it's funny.
Just
it's a great movie to
stupid,
quote,
funny
though.
stuff.
Just like the old school movies, the Step Brothers,
Old School,
Dodgeball, great movies to quote. Adam Sandler movies, that kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He did play in that. Wait, there was a movie with Adam Sandler. I recently just watched it. That's My Boy. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Hilarious. It's funny how stupid those movies are after you watch them.
I know, dude.
Had some good fights this weekend, though.
Yeah, dude. We had a few fights happening.
Yeah.
First
we had 3
off,
fights.
Yeah,
Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. First, we had black belt exams.
Oh my god.
And the only reason I'm bringing this up is because during one of the fights, John Sweeney, one of our guys fought.
LFA fought LFA up in California. It was on UFC Fight Pass.
It was.
Yeah.
Ends up winning. He won.
My man. Yep. Went out there and did his thing. A little too over the top after, I think.
Yeah. Love you, Sweeney.
I love you, Sweeney.
I mean, your nickname's Hollywood, but
some, gotta calm it down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like after a win, do it like you've been there before. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like you go out there and you win, you don't get a knockout, but if you win, yeah, I've been here before. Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah.
Hand up. You go out there and knock a dude out, spin hook kick, the most craziest knockout out. But act like you've been there before,
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard, bro.
I know.
I get hyped. Whenever you win in a fight, I definitely don't act like I've been there before in the crowd.
But do you
I'm like
see me?
screaming in everybody's faces.
I told you he was gonna knock. But
I don't care who's watching.
That was back in the day, though. I gotta bring that back.
Dude, you ain't had one of them moments in a minute. Bro, literally since 20.
But you gotta act like you've been there.
Bro.
You know what I mean? I'll do like a celebratory flip. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, John Sweeney, but we gotta act like we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
But during the commentary, Cub Swanson, gotta love him, legend, OG. Kind of bashed karate a little bit.
He did. I don't think he was bashing us. I think he was bashing the fact that
because they kept calling Sweeney a karate fighter.
He's not.
Which he's not. And just because you come from our gym doesn't automatically make people karate fighters.
They think that.
Yeah, everybody who commentates
does.
or they come in and they adopt some of the style, but they're not like true karate fighters. He's not. Sweeney's not a true karate fighter.
Sweeney's a Sweeney fighter, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he picks things from every different where. Like, that dude, he picks boxing. He does karate. He can go transition to all sorts of craziness, man. The guy's a phenom for sure.
But he's not fully an accurate representation of karate fighting,
right.
Just like Wilson's not.
Exactly.
Wilson.
Because remember his fight last week, and everybody was like, oh, it's karate.
Karate.
I'm like, just because he comes from our school doesn't mean, like, he's been doing karate his entire life.
Yeah.
Like, he just picks up some stuff here and there.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how they do that. They always do that with me. And I think that it's all my fault,
Yeah, it is.
and
and it's not a bad thing. It's
not.
Because if you have the stigma of a karate fighter because of you and Machida and you GSP and Conor McGregor, even these guys who have deep karate roots, they automatically think like tricky, like hard to prepare for in terms of striking. Right? Like, I'm going to have to take this guy down. I'm going to have to prepare for a lot of spinning stuff, darting, angles. So, it's not a bad
thing. It's not something bad that you want somebody to be thinking you're doing, right? Oh, this is a karate fight. Oh, my gosh, because it's tricky. But, I feel like Cub Swanson was kind of picking at, like, the people that made us look bad.
Karate as a whole.
Because, 60s and 70s, karate was pretty hardcore, man. Like, it was a very hard sport. There was no pointness. There was, it was full contact, no gear, punches to the face. Just go back and look at karate in the 70s and 60s and 70s. Like, they were beating the crap out of each other, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to the Karate Kid came out. And then you started, people started to become more business savvy, and you started getting these guys who did, 1-2 years of karate and starting to open up their own schools. And you have these McDojo schools that were opened up in the 80s and 90s, and it kind of spread out. And that's what kind of gave people that karate, looked at karate. They looked at karate as being this frou-frou sport, And I think some schools, too, even to this day, gear their karate towards more sport karate than actual self-defense karate. You know what I mean? And you see jiu-jitsu kind of going that route as well. You got some schools that specifically do jiu-jitsu specifically for tournaments. Mm-hmm. And then you have schools that kind of do both. They do the street situation. They do they go out there and compete, which is awesome. But you got to be careful. You got to have to find that fine line of, what's real and what's point.
Correct. Not even point. It's just to the point to where it's like, now you go in, do some classes, break some boards, do some forms, get a belt. There's no real interest in teaching these kids, because it's tough, how to fight each other and defend themselves with actual sparring.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody likes to get punched and kicked. So instead of teaching kids or potentially losing students over sparring, they just don't teach it. And
they don't do any
They keep
sparring.
their student, it's harm to the student. It's harm to the person trying to learn the martial arts as a self-defense tactic, because unless you have people actively trying to hit you, you don't know what that experience is like. So instead of doing that and potentially losing a student because they don't enjoy sparring, they just cut all that out as a whole. And
hey, you're a black belt and never been hit before.
or don't know how to handle it.
Or you have this student that has this false sense of security of like, I'm a black belt, never sparred before, never been hit. Mm-hmm. I can handle my own. And in a street situation, they get hit one time, they don't know how to take it. They haven't been conditioned for it, and everything goes downhill.
Yep. And like the most extreme form of that, just kind of playing into that, are those people who have like the no-touch knockouts and stuff, right?
My gosh.
It's like, hey, we can teach you how to defend yourself, but you don't ever have to come anywhere close to contact. So pay us money.
You can just yell at somebody and you'll yell or propel them backwards. Mm-hmm. It's like,
So while we do have in our system, we do have kids who earn junior black belts. We're not a school that's like, okay, your junior black belt is the equivalent of an adult black belt, because that's just not the case.
It's not.
And that's never something that
Ever.
we would ever say or justify. It's a huge accomplishment for that 8-year-old kid who has worked, 4 or 5 years to earn a junior black belt.
Right.
But, there are schools out there who are like, kind of like Cub was saying, my 8-year-old, my kid's a 2nd degree black belt, and, they're the best.
Yeah.
It's like they're the best for a child.
Maybe.
At that, they're really good for that kids group.
Yep.
But, you really can't be a black belt until you're close to adulthood to even understand what it means to be a true black belt.
Right. You have to, it's not just having the belt. You have to understand everything and have the abilities, and you have to grow into the abilities, your strength, your speed at a certain age to be able to pull off a lot of these techniques. Right. So, we had we have junior black belts. We have kids that have been taking 5, 6, 7 years competing or, testing for their junior black belts. And we'll just say, we let them scrap. They'll scrap.
Yeah.
Since day one, we work our way up to it. We allow contact. We get them geared up, face cage, gloves, shin pads, boots, gloves, forearm pads. And we do everything from stand-up to ground, because in a street situation, 99.9% of the time, you're going to end up on the ground. Just Google or YouTube street fights, and you tell me how many fights end up on the ground. The majority, right? So our guys can scrap, man. And, and the thing is, we always talk about control. You always want to control your tanks, blah, blah, blah. But we understand accidents happen, but that's part of the conditioning process. So it's something to a certain extent we allow, unless it's like somebody's just really trying to hurt somebody. We're like, oh, man, you got to chill. You got to watch control. But, we had a teen black belt exam. It was a 4-hour exam, nonstop getting it. 4-hour exam. They're doing everything from techniques to katas to sparring to grappling, and it's intense. You literally have to see one of our our teen black belts, or even junior black belts. It's
any of our black belts.
There's a lot of adults that I don't think could do it.
Yeah.
What we put these youngins through.
We get it. Sparring is scary to a lot of people, but that's what the martial arts is about.
Yeah.
Learning to understand how to spar potentially a bully or a bad guy. Just because it's scary or it's uncomfortable doesn't mean you just shouldn't teach the kid that. And they learn so much from it. And at first they're not super,
spirit,
in love with it. But then you learn, you grow, you learn how to handle adversity, how to handle pain, how to handle all kind of stuff. So we love it, and we spar like crazy.
Yeah. And it's good to see these kids been struggling for a few years and then you see, like, it's almost like this light bulb clicks. This light bulb clicks on, and they just understand it now. Their parents have been making them do it for 6, 7 months, a year, just nonstop sparring every week, pop, 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 pop. And then they get this light bulb that just clicks on. It's like, I finally get it. Let's get it. And they're just smoking it. Yeah, smoking. And nobody likes stuff that they're not good at yet. Nobody wants to do it. So kids, you got to kind of push them through it. Parents, we've been great with parents that are just awesome at pushing their kids through it. And
kids whining and complaining, especially nowadays. There's so many other distractions, and parents are like, nope, you're getting your butt out there for in class, and you're doing what you don't enjoy, because that's part of life.
That's right. Doing things you're not comfortable doing. Sometimes you got to do it.
Straight up.
Yes, sir.
So
I can't wait till your son Theo comes to my class. I think he's
all my kids are going to be in it.
Amazing.
Such good stuff.
But yeah, going back to the Cub Swanson thing, it's understandable why he said that. But at the same time, there are schools out there that are
trying
legit.
to keep the martial arts legit.
Yep. McDojo Life. Go follow those guys on Instagram. Shout out McDojo. Keeping the martial arts legit. Too legit.
That's right,
too legit
man.
To quit. We had what? Was it 4 or 5 guys this past week? We had 4 kids. 4 of our kids competing in Orlando at the IKF Kickboxing World Championships, International Kickboxing Federation. I spent a lot of many years competing with them. They're freaking awesome. But they do everything from PKB, which is point kickboxing, more of the novice, and then they also do full contact kickboxing. And we had several kids go down there and do some work this past weekend, which was awesome. Coming back with some belts, some trophies. My buddy John Sweeney, obviously won this past weekend, which is great. And, of course, we had UFC 277 this weekend, which was awesome. And both of my picks for co-main and main event were on point. Yep,
100%. You picked the NMF, Brandon Moreno, and Nunes, who just came back with a vengeance, man.
Dominated.
Yep.
Knew it. We knew her in or new perm. Was it a perm? What was it?
I don't know.
Kind of curly.
I'm not a hair guy.
Oh.
But yeah, man. So kicking off the main card, you had Anthony Smith fighting Magomed Ankalaev. Now, Anthony Smith did suffer a leg injury, but I just was Googling that it isn't actually broken, but it was obviously something that really affected him. Super painful to the point to where he was,
Was it a
TKO'd.
knee, shin, ankle? Like, I know it was a leg, but where?
No, it was lower leg area. Not sure where specifically, but no broken bone.
So he was limping on that bad boy.
Yeah, he was struggling. Got TKO'd. Now, Ankalaev, man, he's legit. People are already saying he beat Anthony Smith. He should fight the winner of Glover Prohaska too.
Yeah, so that's happening.
Yeah, well,
Glover Prohaska too.
Good chance, yeah.
I'd love
that's
to see
the
Glover.
case.
Yeah. Well, good fight. Too bad for him. I like my man Anthony, dude. And he's trained at the gym before. Great guy. Hate it for him, man. Really do. He trained hard for it. Who else we got on that card?
Alexander Pantoja. He submitted Alex Perez via rear naked choke.
That was that first round.
Yep, that was sick. He's one to watch in the 125 division. Not much to say. Like,
first round
and a half
sub.
in the first round, like it is what it is. That was dominant. Alex Perez ain't no joke. So, kudos, hats off.
Kudos.
And then next, Derek Lewis, Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh my God, Derek Lewis gets TKO, bro.
I know he's not
first
on a
round,
solid
255
run.
seconds.
Just 55 seconds in the first round.
55 seconds.
I thought you said 255.
Oh no, it was 55.
Yeah, you said like 255 seconds.
No, I was like 55.
No, he definitely said two.
I swear I said 55.
People were saying early stoppage.
Really?
Yeah. Your thoughts?
I don't think so. I mean, referee, it could have gone either way.
He looked like he went face down.
Yeah.
Plummeted down.
Bloop.
You see that after taking some heavy shots, he would just, fell back against the cage. Like he was backing up. Then he drops down to full turtle. And as soon as Mergliata jumps in, then he stands up like normal. It was like one of those Robbie Lawler moments where you're like, man. The dude's getting choked.
He would have gotten
could
finished.
Be out.
I mean, even if he would have gotten finished. I think.
Yeah, it was less than a minute in the first round. The Pavlovich was still super fresh.
Yep.
So
it was a good call. It was a good call. I agree with that, man. Big Black B's getting. He's usually doing the knocking out.
He's been finished his last two fights.
Yeah.
He lost to Ty. Got knocked out by Ty. Yep. He won the fight before that. He knocked out Chris Dawkins. That's right.
Who is Ty Tuivasa fighting? Oh,
Gone.
That's gonna be a terrible matchup.
Yeah, no, that's rough. But you got to go through that dude now to freaking get to the belt, and he could get to the inside and land a bomb. Who knows? That's about his only way out.
Take a note out of old Cormier's book. Get on the inside and throw them big old haymakers.
So then after that, you had the flyweight fight, man.
Yeah.
Moreno and Kai Kara France. Those dudes were going at it.
Dude, those guys are awesome. Oh, I wish I had that cardio.
Cardio, speed. But it was a body shot that took out France.
Yeah. Good old body shot, man. I know, Last Stalbin or Izzy was behind him. You had the champ, Volkanovski behind him, thinking he was going to win it, but
pulling for their teammate. That'd been huge. Get three belts at City
know.
Kickboxing, but Moreno is a little beast.
Dude, Moreno is awesome. I love that guy. He doesn't look like a fighter at all, which is why I like him.
Yeah, he's the
He's
assassin,
just a
baby.
sweet. He's just a sweet guy, and he just looks like he ain't got no muscle deficit. He reminds me of Oscar De La Hoya back in the day. Just had no muscle deficit at all, but he was just a killer
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. I figured
Yeah.
he would definitely kill Oscar De La Hoya, 100% in his prime.
You think Oscar De La Hoya would kill Moreno?
No, other way around.
I think Moreno would kill. You mean like in a fight?
He's
like
just in a fight. Just in a fight.
Not in a
fight.
boxing match.
No.
Okay.
Not
About to say WB.
No,
you must
dude.
be a little crazy.
No, we got to go MMA. You know, we're MMA fighters. We got to go that
Yeah.
MMA route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like most MMA fighters would beat boxers.
100. I mean, what's his name? Came down to the only boxer that ever came to MMA was the heavyweight. What's his name?
James Toney.
James Toney. Kudos to that, bro.
Yeah.
Kudos to him.
It happened about
ever
how I
since
go would
then,
happen.
It's never gone the other way.
Because they're going to get taken down.
100, yeah, and that's what it was at Couture.
Yeah.
Just played with him.
Yeah.
Low singles, took him down, done.
Yep.
Yep. After that, all the boxers were like, no, not doing it.
You got to come
again.
over here
Yeah, you got to come boxing.
where we can crush
It's
you.
like, come on, man.
Unless you're Anderson Silva.
Just let me kick, at least.
Yeah.
Make it fair. Let me kick.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that in a heartbeat.
Can't
They would die.
believe you just said the D word, man. That's a little aggressive.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
And then the main event, just a dominant performance by the Lioness.
I knew it. I called it. I told you she was going to come back with a vengeance, man. She was going to go out there and do her
She
thing.
was dropping Pena,
Oh, man.
switching southpaw, just really crisp striking.
She
And-
was like,
and-
it took that loss to get her back on track.
Absolutely.
Took the loss. She's been so dominant. You know, I don't know what's in her head. I'm just thinking. You know, you've seen it in the past. She's been so dominant. Everybody's considered her to be the GOAT, which is I think she is.
Yeah.
But you get to that point, it's like, all right, I'm just beating everybody around. I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to train. Blah blah blah. You never know. Might turn out right.
She'd been fighting at 145.
Yeah.
She was finally cutting back down to 135 again.
It reminds me of One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's just bored with life because nobody can beat him.
Yep.
And she just got that One Punch Man vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I should beat everybody.
It was still scrap.
Yeah.
Pena landed some blows.
Yeah.
Landed some good shots. I actually think she outstruck Nunes, but Nunes obviously landed the more significant strikes, and she had the knockdowns and the
You
cuts.
think they're going to do 3?
They got to, because who else you got at
1-1.
135?
Yeah, 1-1.
You know, it's either
Valentina.
Shevchenko goes back up and fights for the 35-pound belt,
Or
which
bring back
Pena
Mighty
was
Mouse.
talking trash about Shevchenko.
Who was?
Pena.
Payne was talking about what?
Yeah.
You think she could beat? You think she could beat Valentina?
After Valentina's last match,
Yeah, her,
you know, you're only as good as your last match. And Valentina was absolutely dominant forever up until that point in time, but she looked pretty mortal in her last fight against a grappler, and that's kind of Pena's thing. So I feel like hopefully it was just an off night for Shevchenko.
Shevchenko was actually trying to take the girl down. Like, even
And every
right
time she
standing,
went
what
for
are
the
you
takedown,
doing?
she got her back taken, or the
Yeah.
girl powered. It was like so confusing, but you know, maybe it was a bad night. Maybe she had too much wine.
That wine will do it to you.
Shout out Paulo Costa. But I think Shevchenko can beat Pena.
And then
I don't think she can beat Nunes.
no, I don't think anybody can beat Nunes.
I don't think you can beat Nunes.
I don't think I could beat. Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't think I could beat
I
Nunes.
probably couldn't beat Nunes either.
No. We morphed maybe.
Yeah, we'd have to fuse.
Yeah,
We
fusion.
create a Fat Go Tinks.
Fusion. Meow.
We would definitely be like Fat Go Tinks.
Bro, I just spit on the mic, dude.
It's all right,
Sorry.
man. You bought it.
It's
so
mine.
it's your mic. You can spit on it.
But
yeah,
man,
no scrap. So I think they do a 3.
got to.
You know, I mean, Nunes was pretty freaking dominant. It was like the judges' scorecards was like all 5 rounds for Nunes, and I think the 5th round was a 10-8 on a lot of the scorecards. So
Bring it back, man. Let's run it back. Number 3, number tres.
Mm-hmm.
6 months. Let's go.
Who we got fighting this weekend you were talking about? Let's see. I got it right here.
No, I was talking about UFC 278.
Ooh, but we got another welterweight co-main event coming up, dude.
Wait, let me guess. Co-main?
Mm-hmm. The main event is Thiago Santos and Jamal Hill.
Vicente Luque and
Jeff Neal.
They fought each other, right? They've never fought each other.
No.
Oh, I'm excited to see this one. Both very similar fighters too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of boxing. Vicente Luque, I think eventually is going to try to look for the takedown. I think Jeff Neal's takedown defense is really, really good though.
I think it's going to be a pure striking match.
Yeah, boxing. Both very similar, very, very technically sound.
I'm leaning towards
Vicente
just because the Jeff Neal of late has been kind of sketchy.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? Like, he was crushing dudes, then he fought you, then he looked kind of not great against Neil Magny, just didn't really do a whole lot. Took some time off.
He won that fight, though.
No, he lost.
He lost to
Neil
Magny.
Magny. Took some time off. Got in a little bit of trouble, which was apparently nothing big, but it was only like 2 weeks before his fight.
No, I knew he had some health problems as well. Right?
That was before he fought you.
Okay. So how did Neil Magny beat him?
Jeff Neal just really didn't do anything.
Okay.
He just didn't do anything.
Did he get taken down?
No, but he got maybe once or twice. But if I can remember correctly, I think it was just a lot of Jeff Neal not doing anything and Neil Magny just kind of clinching up against the cage. Yeah. And it was not a very eventful fight.
Got you. I think this is going to be a banger.
I
hope so.
I hope too.
I hope it's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good fight. I'm leaning towards Vicente Luque. Just fought both guys. Vicente Luque is definitely faster. I think his counter boxing is a lot better. Jeff Neal just comes forward and throws. Maybe that was just the way he fought with me. Got to watch out for the headbutts. We headbutted each other, but I think Vicente, his check hook is on point. He's got a really good check hook. I don't know. I'm leaning towards Vicente. I don't think he's going to take Jeff Neal down. Jeff Neal's got he's really good takedown defense, and I think Vicente Luque is going to want to. It's co-main, so it's only 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm leaning.
I think Jeff can get it done.
He could.
He's got a sweet left hand.
Yep.
Left head kick.
And that's the thing about Vicente. He's got a sick left hand too. His check hook is what has knocked a lot of guys out. That's one thing he kept hitting me with was a left hook. I would throw a punch, he would block and count right back.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he's got just a melon on him.
Mm-hmm. Let's see where this fight is. It doesn't really matter because they're strikers, but I think it's at the Apex.
Okay. Should be tuning into that. That's when is that coming up?
It's this weekend.
Wow.
No, yeah, it's this weekend, and then the next weekend is Vera Cruz, Marlon Vera.
Oh yeah.
And then the next weekend is Usman.
Kamaru Usman, yeah.
Leon Edwards, and that's going to be a banger. That's a good card right there.
Yeah, right here too. And then you have that one in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
That's supposed to be like
but
the
UFC
biggest
279 is main evented so far by Hamzat and Nate Diaz.
Their main
event.
Wait.
So far, this is according to ESPN, on the website. Okay. Maybe they haven't locked in a title fight for that one yet.
I don't understand that. I do not understand that.
Hamzat and Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
I know, dude.
I know it. I think they're just feeding Hamzat a guy with a name. Who's on his way out. He doesn't want to fight with the UFC anymore. He wants out.
But Nate Diaz supposedly wanted it. Supposedly Nate Diaz was asking for the fight.
The Hamzat fight?
Yeah.
Maybe he thinks he could submit him? That would be sick.
Yeah, dude.
That would be cool.
I mean, how insane
he would be more
would it
legendary. Like, how more legendary can you get?
But it's a 5-round fight.
Yeah.
So maybe Nate Diaz can gas him out.
Chimaev, those 3-round fight, he was exhausted. Got touched up by Gilbert Burns, not knocked down. It's a good fight. Mm-hmm. Really good fight. We'll see,
I don't
man.
know. It's MMA.
We'll
You can't.
see.
You think you can be like, oh yeah, well he's obviously gonna win because
You
he's big and a wrestler,
can't
but you
say
can't, dude. MMA is like, yeah, but Nate
you
Diaz.
can never pick a for sure fighter, dude.
No,
Not anymore.
very rarely. You know, it was freaking Shevchenko until that last one. Now you're like, well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Who's the
I
most?
know.
Who's somebody that you just can't pick against because they're just so killer right now?
Like right now, I mean, Stylebender. That's about it. Stylebender. You know, John Jones if he ever fights again.
About Usman.
Yeah, dude. I mean, even Usman. He's got his game plan down so good. Like it's very hard to.
You think Leon has a chance against Usman?
I think he could. He's got a good takedown defense. I mean,
He's got good striking. I think he's got better striking than Usman.
Better striking.
Usman's striking is getting better,
It
obviously.
is, and he's got power in it.
Sharper.
He beat Masvidal. I mean, Masvidal was considered one of the best
Dropped
strikers in the
Colby.
division. Yep. Dropped Burns. But I think Edwards has a shot. We'll see.
I think Edwards. If Edwards is going to beat him, he's going to have to stop him early. I don't think he beats him in a decision.
Yeah, no.
Just because
Once Usman gets his rhythm
and his wrestling down,
timing.
Yeah. Who knows, man? I mean,
Flying
Leon. I think Leon has a shot.
Yeah. I think so too. He does. I mean, on paper I got Usman, but it's like you can't put all your cards on it nowadays.
Nope.
Can't do it. That's why I don't bet, dude. I don't gamble on the MMA fights.
Yeah, dude.
I talked to some professional gamblers. I have friends that have them. He's like they don't even bet on them
on MMA
fights. No,
because it's just like
too risky.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what's gonna happen.
You know professional gamblers? You know professional gamblers?
Well, I talk to Weidman a lot. He knows a lot. He knows a lot of professional gamblers.
Chris, he knows a lot.
Yeah, he knows a lot of guys.
Oh, yeah.
He's like they just don't. They'd rather do like horse races or like, you know.
That's the dumbest thing ever. I feel like too.
I know. Unless they just
horse
know
races,
something.
you're betting on an animal like versus a bunch of other animals that you've never seen race before.
Or maybe you have. Maybe it's the same wrestlers. I mean, same racers, same horses. I don't know. So I don't bet at all. I can't do it.
Well, anyways.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
That's it, bro.
It's a good episode right there.
Yeah, I think it was quality. We went all over the place on this one.
Yeah.
Tell them where they can find us, Sweet Tea.
Right here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the usual.
The huge, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us today, me and Sweet Tea.
Go back and watch our latest upload on YouTube. Watch
to.
Steven's kickboxing fight when he was 16.
Yeah, dude.
Beat up the guy who was talking to our sister.
Yeah, dude. Got a guy. I had to get him. Respect, though. Respect. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Hit that notification, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We love you. Type some comments down below. We want to know what your thoughts are on our podcast. Catch you later. Peace.